Hi there, it's Amanda. Welcome to another video. So first things first, I'm gonna address a few things. One, I'm sorry about this thing. I worked all day today. We were outside in like 90-degree weather and it was really humid and gross, so I'm gross. And then it started raining on us while we were blueberry picking, and then we got ice cream, and it was a whole thing. And then I went to the gym with this other participant that I have, so I'm kind of gross and I apologize, but I haven't really had any other time to film or do anything. Another thing I want to address is the lighting. It might be a little bit weird. I live in like Western Massachusetts, which usually gets like a variety of weather, but lately it seems like we're kind of living in Seattle, Washington. It's just raining all of the time. The last thing I want to address is that I got a new camera. It's also on a tripod, so now I get to stand up, which is really nice. Also, I have a viewfinder now, so if I'm ever like looking over there, I'm really sorry. I have to say this is so, ooh, too much. Anyway, with all of that being said, let's get into the video for today. I wanted to talk about books that I have DNF'd. So if you don't know what DNF means, like my sister, she thought I was saying DTF, which means something very different. She's 16. So I want to talk about books that I DNF'd, which means that I did not finish. So most of the books on this list are books that I fell out of, or like fell out of interest in, or just didn't have enough time to finish and just didn't really want to. I might get back to them. Maybe. I'm not really sure. Let me know below if any of these are like your favorite book and you really, really want me to read them. There are like maybe one or two that I'm definitely not gonna finish. I'll let you know obviously when we get there. Also, I just want to say I know a lot of people don't like disclaimers, but I think they can be beneficial because I want you to know that I'm not like trying to hurt your feelings and I'm not trying to come at your book. This is the way that I perceive these books, and this is just my feelings about the book. If you do like it and I don't like it, I mean, that you know that's totally fine. Obviously, no, I'm not trying to come at you as a person. So first things first, I'm going to start with the books that I'm more likely to pick up again. I'll go in like a kind of order of books that I'm more likely to pick up again versus books that I'm likely not going to pick up. So the first book is I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. I started reading this like 2 summers ago when we went to Cape Cod. It was a super busy summer for me. It was my last year at UMass, and I was taking summer classes because I was graduating early, and I was very overwhelmed, and it was a lot, and I just really wanted to start a book while I was at the beach. But then while I was at the beach, I kind of just stopped reading it. I was so overwhelmed with work and I really, really needed a break, so I just never picked it up again. I got like most of the way through and I was really enjoying it. Like I was really sucked into the story, but I just had to take a break of anything that was like mentally exhausting or like took up too much energy because it was just too much and I was so overwhelmed and stressed. But oh, you can't even really see this, can you? Ah, this viewfinder is gonna come in handy. This is like the cover that most people have, I think. I'll give you, is this gonna be flipped? Oh my. I'll have to figure that out. Okay, so I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. Maybe I'll pick it up again. Probably not. Like, if it's your favorite book, let me know if you really think I should finish it. Maybe, but unlikely. Okay, the next book is very popular, especially here on BookTube. Please do not hate me. I actually enjoyed this series mostly, even like with all of its flaws. I was entertained and I liked it. I kind of thought it should have ended after the first 3 books. When I picked up this 4th book, I just lost interest like halfway through, and again it was around the same time that I was reading I'll Give You the Sun, and I was just super busy with school and working multiple jobs and maxing out classes and everything that I just kind of fell out of it again. That is City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare. Why do all of these books have such a glare? City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare. I actually like the series, the Shadowhunter series. I'm not obsessed with it like I am with like Harry Potter, but I am interested in it, and I'm not like opposed to picking it up again, especially because there are so many other series that people seem to really love that are in this world, and I like being in the world. At this moment, I'm like, probably not going to pick it up. I mean, but it's not completely impossible. The next book slash series is not surprising. I feel like on BookTube there are a lot of people that don't want to finish it. When I read the first book, I really loved it. I know it had a lot of problems. I recognize that, and it was like a little bit weird, but I liked it. Like I flew through the book. But the second one, I just couldn't get into. That book is Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard. Oh my gosh, with the glare again. Seriously? Do you see? I'm sorry. And I liked Red Queen, but I couldn't get through the second book. I didn't even make it that far, and like I wanted to know what happened, but I just, again, like lost interest. The thing is that it's signed, So it's a signed, personalized edition. I went and met Victoria Aveyard with a friend, and I got this signed, and I got Red Queen signed. I also got a copy of Glass Sword signed from my friend Carly, who lives in Idaho. And then when Victoria Aveyard went to Idaho, Carly got King's Cage signed for me, which is really funny because in Carly's Glass Sword, it says, "I wish you could be here," or something like that. And in my King's Cage, it says the same type of thing. So that's just really cool. So I'm definitely going to be keeping these. Like I said, I just fell out of this one. I wasn't really interested in it anymore. I might still do it. This is unlikely though. We'll see. But I'm definitely going to keep them because I really like that they were personalized. I love Victoria Aveyard. Don't have anything against her. Just not interested. The next book that I DNF'd is The Host by Stephanie Meyer. Like I said in my new to booktube tag, Twilight was one of the books that kind of got me into reading. I know it's crazy and it's problematic and there's all these terrible things with it, I know, but it is one of the things that helped me really sparked my interest in reading. I've tried to pick up The Host multiple times and I keep putting it down. I can't really seem to get past like 100 and something pages. I just kind of lose interest, and everybody who's read it tells me it's so good and that I just have to get through that beginning part. After all of these years, I've really lost interest in it, and I don't really have any reason I feel like to read it. I'm sure it's great, but I don't want to, and it's huge. Nah. The next book that I DNF'd is A Red Tent by Anita Diamant. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. This book I randomly got at a thrift store. Not something I like. It just had a lot of things in it that I didn't want to read, wasn't interested in reading. I probably got about halfway through it before I decided I just wasn't going to finish it. Not my style. This is one of the books that I probably will never, ever pick up again. Here we go. Okay. The next book is another book that I will never in my entire life finish. My aunt used to say that you should give every book a chance and you should read at least the number of pages equal to your age. Unless you were like 35, then you read double the pages. It was something like that. In this book, I gave at least 200 pages, and I will not be finishing it under any circumstance. And that is Uprooted by Naomi Novik. I was so excited to pick up this book. I remember when I got it, I was walking around Barnes & Noble and I like tweeted out and I was like, I need a new book to buy. And some of my friends tweeted back at me and I told them that I decided to go with this book because I know it's very popular on BookTube, and I can't see why, because I was actually interested in the world and the writing was fine to me. I know some people have a problem with the writing. I thought the writing was fine. I liked the world and I wanted to know what happens. I was really interested in like the woods and like the magic system, and I thought that was cool. But there were certain things that I could not get past in this book that completely infuriated me. If you look at this tab, this is one of my least favorite parts in the book. It's page like 43. So at the time that I was reading this, I was like 20 years old. So I'd already given it equivalent to twice my age at least, and I still continued to read it. But then once I got to a certain point, I completely stopped because I realized like I just couldn't do it. And I'm not gonna go into full depth. I might do a review or a discussion about why I dislike this book so much in the future. If you're interested, let me know. I will for sure not be finishing this book. Again, I do understand why people like it. There was just some stuff in this book that really bothered me and I could not get past. I remember reading this book. I was a teaching assistant, so I had office hours, and I was waiting for a student to come in because I was helping them study, and I just started reading this, and once I got to this specific part, I slammed the book shut, put it down, and I immediately had to tell somebody about how furious I was. Okay, so my memory card is full and cut me off, so I'm not exactly sure where I was, but let's try again. So like I said, if this is your favorite book, I actually really understand why people like it. There are a lot of people I know that really love this, a lot of people that I really respect. There was just some things in it that I'm never going to want to read. I can make a video about it in the future if you would like, but really did not like this one. Oh, these are all of the books as of July 2018 that I have DNF'd. Like I said, there are a few books that I would be open to maybe reading, and then there are some that I will definitely not be reading. Let me know down below what you thought of these books, any books that you've DNF'd and why you DNF'd them. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you really soon.